Good evening, everyone. At this time, I would like to call the regular committee of the whole meeting of Village of Tinley Park, Cook and Will County, Illinois, held Tuesday, March 21st, 2023, at 6:02 p.m. to order. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Trustee Brady?
Here.
Trustee Brennan?
Present.
Trustee Galante? Absent. Trustee Mahoney?
Present.
Trustee Mueller?
Here.
Trustee Sullivan?
Here.
President Glatz?
Present.
We have quorum. At this time, I'll look for a motion to approve the minutes of the committee of the whole held on March 7th, 2023.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Mr. Brady. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 3?
Roll call for item 3, Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Item number 4, we will discuss a Class P liquor license for Hawaii Fluid Art at 17022 Oak Park Avenue, Unit 104. From the packet, it looks like they are a art studio that wants to allow BYOB to their studio for their guests. Anything additional, Pat or Hannah, to add to this particular item? Questions for the board on item number 4? This time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 4 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 4?
Roll call for item 4, Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. Item number 5, we will discuss the purchase of Microsoft Office 365 licenses from IT Partner LLC. Anthony, our most charming IT director.
Best intro I've ever gotten, so thank you. In March of 2022, the village migrated to the cloud-based Office 365 platform. The Office 365 platform provides us email, SharePoint, Office applications, and other collaboration applications. In order to reduce the cost, the village utilizes 2 tiers of users, one with web only, one with applications. As the village is continuing to migrate more and more things to the cloud-based Microsoft Cloud, the percentage of web-only users we intend to increase over time. The Office 365 is a subscription-based software, and in order to receive the lowest pricing, the village advertised a public invitation for bid on February of 2023. We received 10 valid proposals by the submission deadline. The lowest cost for the annual Office 365 subscription was provided by IT Partner LLC with a cost of $96,720. Funding for this expenditure has been budgeted this fiscal year, 2023, under the Information Technology Operating Budget under the Software Licensing and Support account. I'd be happy to address any questions you may have.
Thank you, Anthony. It looked fantastic from my point of view. Questions from the board? Sounds good. I will, at this time, make a motion to move item number 5 to the village board meeting later on this evening. Look for a second.
I will second.
Thank you, Colleen. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 5?
Roll call for item 5, Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes. Thanks,
That-
Anthony.
Thank
that
you.
motion carries.
Thanks, Anthony.
Item number 6, we will discuss the purchase of a Mako breathing air compressor with Air One equipment. Chief Klotz, you taking this one?
Sure. Our current breathing air compressor is 28 years old. It's been out of service for approximately 28, it's 28 years old, been out of service for about a year, unable to get parts for the compressor. And this is the compressor that fills up our breathing air. So it's definitely a necessity. We budgeted it in this current budget. We put in for $45,615. The new compressor came under budget at $41,865. So we'd like to move forward to purchases if possible.
Thanks, Chief. Questions for the board to Chief Klotz? This time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 6 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Bill.
I'll second.
Thank you, Bill. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 6?
Roll call for item 6, Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. On to item number 7, discuss supplement engineering agreement for 94th Avenue roadway improvements with Robinson Engineering. Hannah, you're looking my way, so I'll give it to you.
Yeah, sure. Just briefly, John Urbanski wasn't able to be here tonight, but Arlen is here on behalf of Public Works if there are any technical questions. But nonetheless, this is just an item that is supplemental for the work that is being done on 94th Avenue. There's been some back and forth with the county, so this is for some additional work that's going to be done. We need Robinson to complete some additional design and engineering on it. So that's what this is in the amount of $24,000.
Sounds very good. Questions for the board on item number 7?
I've got a question, Arlene. I have a question concerning this has been going on for like 2 years, that original cost as it's going on. I travel that road, so it certainly needs repair, no doubt about that. But nothing has changed too much with that, other than the holes are getting bigger and deeper over these last 2 years that it was, why do we need additional engineering on this at that cost?
Yeah, thank you, and I'll do my best to fill in for Mr. Urbanski. The stretch of 94th Ave, we've been working with the county for a long time on it, multiple years. Some additional scope has crept up during the design, adding some ADA ramps, some concrete work, some additional thickness on the mill and overlay that has caused some additional engineering. And then I believe this also includes actually bidding the project out so we can get a more defined cost, the construction cost on it.
Okay, thank you.
Additional questions for item number 7 from the board? This time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 7 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 7?
Roll call for item 7, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. Item number 8, discuss an intergovernmental agreement with the Board of Education, Lincoln Way Community High School, apologies, District 210. I believe this is for a radio that we have on their facility. Any additional context that you want to provide, Pat?
Yeah, what we're doing is we're locating some additional radio equipment and antennas there to their rooftop. It'll provide a secure location and temperature-controlled location also. So they've been more than willing to help us out with providing that at no cost.
Sounds great. And do we need to move this one to the board meeting later on this evening? I believe we do.
Yes.
Yep. Any questions from the board? I'll look for a motion now to move item number 8 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Colleen.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Brady. And Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 8?
Roll call for item 8, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. Item number 9, discuss bulk fuel purchase with Al Warren Oil Company. Looks like a additional 1-year agreement with Allen Warren. We had good service with them last year. Any additional context you want to provide, Pat, on this one?
No, just, again, it's our annual one. We got to get market pricing locked in. So as soon as we get approval tonight, I'll execute the agreement so we can lock in at that price. So it's anywhere from $2.77 to $2.97 a gallon for the unleaded and $3.01 to $3.21 for diesel right now.
Sounds very good. Questions from the board on item number 9?
I got a question on that. So does that price fluctuate, or is it whenever the contract is signed, then we're locked in on that?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
whatever the price is when we sign it, so whatever the market's closed at.
Okay, all right, thanks. Just curious to know.
Additional questions on item number 9? At this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 9 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 9?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes,
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
that motion carries. Item number 10, discuss irrigation maintenance contract with Ocumist Plumbing and Sprinkling. So just so everyone's aware, this is 190 zones that they will be providing across 7 facilities. I think this is the same company that we were using last year. Great job last year. Additional questions from the board on item number 11?
counted?
Pardon me? They were counted, yes.
Okay.
190 zones.
Right.
4 heads per zone. All right, at this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 11 to, item number 10 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Colleen.
I'll second.
Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 10?
Roll call for item 10, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Item number 11, discuss lawn treatment contract with True Green Landscape Partner. Looks like a continuation of the contract that we already had with them. This is the second and final renewal, and then we'll be going out for bid again, I'd assume. Any questions on item number 11 from the board?
Just to clarify, trustee Mueller, excuse me, it's
Sorry.
year 2 of 3
Oh, I'm
of
sorry.
this contract.
I read last year, second and final renewal. Maybe I misread that. Sorry about that. Any additional questions from the board? At this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 11 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Dennis.
I'll second.
Thank you, Colleen. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 11?
Roll call for item 11, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Item number 12, discuss a landscape maintenance mowing contract with Escape Gardens and Design LLC. So this contract has option 2 of 1-year renewals, so this is the first extension out of the possible 2. Questions from the board on extending our contract with, what's the name of this company? Escape Gardens?
Yeah.
City Escape, is it, or Escape? Okay. Is it the same company?
Escape the city.
Is it, I think it was Cityscape last.
Is
Was
it-
it the same company though?
Cityscape.
Oh, okay.
Cityscape, all right, sorry. Any questions about the City Escape Garden and Design contract? Dennis got me all flustered over here.
Who does that?
All right, at this time, I'll look for a motion to move the contract with City Escape to the village board meeting later on this evening.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Dennis.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Bill. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 12?
Roll call for item 12, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Item number 13, discuss the draft budget for fiscal year 2024. Who's taking this one, Hannah?
We will,
Okay.
Finance. So good evening, Mayor and trustees. Brandy and I are going to present the draft 2024 fiscal year budget tonight. I'm going to move on to the first slide. So we're going to go over the following areas of concentration tonight. We're going to go over the fiscal year 2023 year-end estimate and FY24 budgeted revenues and expenditures. We're going to go into the new personnel request and then wrap it up with capital request. The village continues on a path to a healthy balance sheet leading into the new fiscal year. We estimated the revenues to exceed expenditures by approximately $6.8 million in FY 2024. Essentially, any general fund surplus will be used towards capital improvements for the following year and other financial obligations for the village. Out of the 71.6 million estimated revenues, 86% of the revenues are related to tax revenues. On the next slide, we'll break out the tax revenues, being that is our largest revenue source. On the next slide, the bulk of the tax revenues collected are property and sales tax. Approximately 36% of our tax revenues are driven by property tax, and then another bulk of them are 30%, which is driven by sales tax revenue. and that makes up the majority of our tax revenues for the village. On the next slide, I'm gonna go over the key expenditures. Moving to the general fund expenditures, the bulk of the expenditures are operational, driven by department. Public Works, EMA, Police and Fire make up approximately 3/4 of the departmental budgets, as reflected in the pie chart. On the next slide, there's a lot of moving pieces to this one. We're highlighting the key drivers by department. On the left-hand side, you'll see our departments broken out. The changes reflected represent the change between the FY '23 budget and FY '24 budget. Changes for the FY 2024 are status quo. Majority of changes noted are related to personnel changes within the departments. For instance, within the fire suppression, the driver for the $1.1 million increase was a result of additional personnel hired into the fire academy. In addition, certain technologies were also reclassed from individual departments to the IT department, so that kind of justifies some of the movement. With the water and sewer, enterprise funds continue to struggle due to rising infrastructure costs. We're estimated to exceed revenue. It's estimated to exceed revenues with expenditures by about $705,000 within the water and sewer fund. We'll be focusing more on the fund and evaluating the status throughout the next year. The storm water fund remains consistent year over year with a slight decrease in estimated revenues expenditures, which we should expect a little over $220,000 for fiscal year 2024. See, I'm in the hotel and motel fund. So moving on to this fund, we are consistent with revenue projections based on prior year results. We estimate revenues to exceed expenditures by about $1.3 million for next year. With the respect to the TIF funds, of all the TIF funds noted, the 159th and Harlem TIF was the most active this past year. With the increased activity and development, we're estimating a 30% increase in estimated revenues for FY 2024. You can see that TIF makes up a little over 30% of all our TIFs. Moving on to personnel requests, I'm now going to turn it over to Brandy to discuss the new personnel and capital request.
Thank you. The new personnel request that we have here, you're going to see on the one slide, we show about a new request of about $2 million, and this is mainly between the police department, public works, and IT. And this is going to show with the police department, we're requesting to add on a new sergeant for attack unit. 4 new officers are full-time, 2 officers are part-time, and a management analyst. And then for IT, we're looking to add an additional data analyst for next year. And then the last 2 have to do with public works, both the streets and electrical departments. We're looking to add on a full-time maintenance technician in both departments. And then for capital requests, what we're showcasing here too is some of the carryovers from FY '23, add up to about 6.2 million. And you're gonna see that these are ongoing projects that have to do with like construction or like the back order of some vehicles, and the increase of materials and some of the back orders related to that too. And you know, the new request will add about 6.5 million to give a total of capital requests of 12.8 million. Some of these capital requests, you're gonna see that the carryovers have to do with like the ERP system, which we actually just settled recently. We got some of the requests in. So that will be ongoing shortly. We'll be able to finish up that project. And then you can see a lot of the carryovers have to do with different types of vehicles. Most of these are all on back order. Additional other upgrades to the train station, those are on carryover for this year. And some of the LED streetlight projects in the Odyssey. These are just different phases that are still being continued to be carried over based on back orders. And then we also have some of the infrastructure carryovers. Some of the projects are ongoing. They carry over from one fiscal year to the next. So that's what the integrated department initiatives are. some of the new requests for FY '24. We're looking to do the body cameras for the police department based on the Safety Act. And then you're gonna see additional police vehicles are being requested here, in this, just different networking IT upgrades. And then this one here, we're seeing again additional vehicles such as the dump truck replacements, of old vehicles that we need new ones of. Some money toward an engine replacements and, sweeper. And then again, towards some of the LED streetlights, additional costs that are added on for that project. And then with the buildings itself, you're gonna see municipal buildings, we have upgrades to a lot of the building itself, and also improvements to the train stations, those are additional and new costs there. And, additional software that we'll be adding on. And the integrated departments, again, this is always an ongoing project with additional costs to help complete those projects there with radio equipment and replacements, and moving pretty much of new equipment from, one location to the next as well, with the equipment moving constructions related to it. Our next steps for the, budget, we're gonna receive the input from the village board. We're looking to put on, some dates together for the public hearing. We're hoping for April 11th is what we're aiming for, with the final adoption date of hopefully April 18th, at the village board meeting. Any questions, let us know.
Sounds very good. Questions for the board? From the board?
I got a few comments, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Thank you. No, I think this was very well done. Thank you, David, Brandy. Thank you all staff for putting all this together. This is excellent. I will say that, you know, as a board, we have collectively made public safety one of our top priorities. So happy to see that the new TAC officer, me and Chief have discussed that quite a bit, and the 4 new officers that will be budgeted for the new year. In addition to the additional funding we're making available to the fire department to give Chief Klotz and his team some additional flexibility. So, you know, appreciate all your guys' hard work, and really looking forward to seeing these new positions opened up and filled. So I think they collectively have done a fantastic job on filling these roles, and, you know, kudos to village manager's office for, I think our lateral list has been a huge success too. So HR and Angela and her team, so thanks so much for all your hard work, and we're looking forward to seeing these additions. That's it.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Brennan. Additional comments from the board? Go ahead, Mr. Glass.
Thank you, Mr. Mueller. Again, this is, the budget year is always difficult on staff and all the department heads, and I just want to thank all you guys for working so well together to put this together. It's never easy, and thanks to all the board members at the request of Assistant Manager Hannah Littman and Pat Carr, Village Manager, that sat with them and did the 2-on-2s or 1-on-1s. It was very informative, so thank you, Brandy and David, for getting all that together with your finance team as quickly as you guys do. Things change all the time. It's all right, we got to move this, so thank you for all that. And then kind of echo what Trustee Brennan said. I want to thank Chief Walsh, Commander Poulos, and Deputy Chief Rafferty, and Chief Walsh came to me and asked me if we would support adding a TAC unit, which I did. I spoke to Village Manager Pat Carr and Hannah and Chief, and we sat down and went over it. So we've always supported our police, especially with Chief Walsh and his command staff. It's probably the safest, with Deputy Chief Tilton and DC Rafferty, Commander Poulos, and Commander Tenza, that I've felt living in Tinley Park since, we moved here in 1994. So, Chief, that's kudos to you. So thank you for putting such a great team together.
Anyone else from the board?
I concur what was already been said. They took everything I wanted to say. Everything you said.
Replay the tape.
And I'll just say I'm really excited about Anthony being here and getting started on the ERP solution. I think that is a long overdue addition to this village, and the stuff that it'll enable our village to do is going to be pretty monumental. So I'm really excited that the RFP for that one's closed, and we're ready to start actually getting started with it. So thank you guys for all of that, and thank you again for the one-on-ones and the two-on-twos. Those were very, very helpful to get a lot of the questions answered before we came before, and the work is really looks right. So thank you guys. No specific action for this one. We saw the agenda, April 11th, the tentative dates for the public hearing, with April 18th as the adoption of the budget. Anyone else have any comments on the fiscal year 24 budget? All right, we will move on to item number 14, discuss the Harmony Square project. And Hannah's getting geared up, so I will hand it right over to her.
Last but not least.
Yeah.
Save the best for last.
Exactly. So as the board is all aware, we've been able to finally publicly announce that we are ready to move forward with Harmony Square Plaza. So there's been a lot of moving pieces and teamwork behind the scenes. So I really just want to, stress that we've been working hard with various partners and stakeholders to make this become a reality. The game plan is still the same with Harmony Square Plaza. It's expected to be a community gathering place with about 250 events a year that will really help be a living room and central place for our entire community and visitors to all come and enjoy. So we've been working behind the scenes on a variety of different things. There's a lot that are still in draft phases that we can't necessarily bring forward just yet. But what we can say is that we do have a developer who has submitted an initial application, and we are working with that developer to bring this to life. And that developer will be working on pieces that complement Harmony Square on the surrounding properties as well. So in order to move on to the next phases, what we need to do is reestablish various contracts for the project as a whole. Many of you may recall we were practically at final construction documents last time around. But given some of the changes and just things being outdated, we need to reengage and reestablish the contracts to keep things moving forward. So we are going to have Lakota continue on and finalize the design of the plaza and get those documents moving. Robinson will be on board to handle all of the infrastructure for the project. Burke will be handling all the utilities, and R.C. Wegman will be handling the construction management and keeping us all on track and all on the same page. This is just an initial design phase, so there is a total not to exceed amount. The 4 contracts are on the board agenda separately, but we thought it would be easiest to just bring them all before you as one item for discussion here. So again, just one phase. There will be much more coming down the pipe in the coming weeks and months, but we wanted to get this before you so that way we can keep the ball rolling and keep things moving on this.
Sounds good, Hannah. And I think that the table that I like a lot is on one of the pages, not to exceed $275,000 for all these contracts, and really get on the right footing for the Harmony Square Plaza, or Harmony Square project. So awesome, thank you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add a little bit here. This was a total team effort. When the new board and the new mayor came in a couple years ago, when Mayor Glotz sat down with the team, this was one of his priorities that he wanted to get kick-started. And, he tasked us to everything ready to prepare for a lot of this, and he worked very hard getting board support to get this thing accomplished. And again, this was a total team effort to get this done, and the amount of time and work I know that the mayor and the board put in, and our village attorney, Paul O'Grady, to make this happen. This was a long time coming. I've been here 18 years, and I know it's been in the process of trying to get it accomplished on that. And, we had a vision to get it done, and now we're here. Now we had to execute on it. We've got the team to do it, and we're ready to get it started.
Thank you, Pat. Additional comments from the board? Questions from the board?
So happy it's finally going. And it has been a team effort. You guys had a lot of hurdles to get over, and you stuck to it, and we got it done.
Can I add something, Mike?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to add, most of the names on here, you guys know, Christopher Burke Engineering, Robinson Engineering, Lakota Group, who, it just, the renderings that they did were just absolutely amazing in such a short time. So thank you, Donna and Hannah and Pat, for working with them to get that going with Dan. And last, I wanted to save, everyone's probably wondering, R.C. Wegman, for some of you maybe that weren't on the board. Probably, I think, just myself and Bill Brady started that process with R.C. Wegman. They're the ones hugely responsible for the beautiful firehouse that we have. And, you know, they're also working with Urbanski on a couple other projects, you know, for the 911 center and stuff. And so it was easy pick, great idea from staff, and come highly recommended from Public Works and John Urbanski. So we want to continue that relationship since we've had very successful projects. So so you guys kind of understand, this started back in, you know, 2018 when we started this process with R.C. Wegman. And so thank you, team of R.C. Wegman.
Anyone else from the board have any comments?
I'll just echo what they said. Just happy to get this thing across the finish line. Really looking forward to this development and the next few months. It's gonna be exciting. So, thank you.
Seeing no other comments from the board,
Okay,
go ahead.
So everyone's on the same page and understands. This doesn't mean next week that you'll see a backhoe out there and we're digging holes and everything. There's a lot of entitlements that will have to be done to ease our staff of being involved in every single part of it. R.C. Wegman will be, you know, the main go-to. And so now they have to start working on entitlements from ComEd and Nicor and the cable companies. All the utilities are going underground, so we don't have to worry about power outages or anything like that, or poles falling down. So there's a lot of work that they have to do to start working on entitlements for the underground. But hopefully they can find a way to start working on the inside and move out. So just so everyone understands, yes, the goal is to start this year, but a lot of it will be, you know, how quickly between our attorneys and R.C. Wegman and our staff, we can get approvals from MWRD. So there's a lot of other governmental agencies that are involved, and it's not like just R.C. Wegman says, go ahead, we're ready, and then we just start digging holes. So there's a lot of other moving parts and agencies that are in the way that we kind of have to weave through, and that's why we have them there, so staff can keep working on making sure the village keeps running smoothly, and so R.C. Wegman can take care of all the headaches and the hassles. So everyone kind of understands.
Sounds very good. Mr. O'Grady, just as a point of order, did you want all four of these to be called separately, or did you want to?
Take it as one.
Take it as one? So at this time, I'll look for a motion to move item number 14 to the village board meeting later on this evening.
So moved.
I'll second.
Give it to Mr. Brady, Mr. Brennan and Colleen. And Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for item number 14?
Roll call for item 14, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes, sorry.
That motion carries.
Freaked me out a second.
Item number 15, receive comments from the public. Would anyone like to address the committee of the whole at this time? Let the record reflect there is none. At this time, I'll look for a motion to adjourn the committee of the whole meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Dennis. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll for the adjournment?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. We are adjourned at 6:36, and we will get started shortly with the village board meeting.